Hey guys, what is up? RedPandaMining here. How you guys all doing? I hope you're all doing really well and having a really great day. Okay, so this video, we're going to be testing out every Radeon 7 here, the 6 Radeon 7s, and we're going to figure out the memory type of each card, and we're also going to test a undervolt and I guess an overclock per se on the memory and see what kind of mega hash we can get on Ethereum on each of these cards. So I haven't tested them yet. I'm gonna plug them into my test bench here. It just has, you know, a couple of risers. I have my 5700 XT, but it's not plugged in, so I'm not gonna use that in the testing, obviously. And then I just have a BioStar TB250 something motherboard, and then just one riser plugged into it, and an 850 watt power supply from Corsair, okay? An RM 850 watt, okay? And yeah, so that's it. That's all I'm going to do in this video. Let's go through each card. Alright, my friends? So I'm going to plug in the first one. Let's do it. Alright, the first Radeon 7 is plugged in, and this is going to be the XFX model. I have the 3 XFXs, and then I have 3 Sapphires. Okay, so we'll be distinguishing the memory that it has, and yeah, and we'll see what kind of overclocks and mega hash that we can get on these cards. Okay, my friends? As well, I wanted to take note that I plugged in one strand of the PCIe cable in the power supply to the video card, but each of these 8 pins are able to deliver 150 watts, okay? 8 pin, 150 watts. If it was a 6 pin, it would only deliver 75 watts, okay? So that's something to take note, and that's something we learned in the last video. Should be good. One strand, basically 300 watts, but obviously we're not going to be running this card at 300 watts TDP. We're probably going to undervolt, and of course I have a little meter here from good old Space Goats, one of my community members who sent this to me, and we're going to figure out the power consumption for the whole rig and the power consumption for the card, okay? So basically we're going to minus out the delta from the motherboard and CPU. Okay, my friends, so I will see you in the computer. Let's go. I gotta make sure I turn it on first. Alright, there we go. Alright, my friends, I am remotely connected to the test bench, and as you guys can see, I have now been mining Ethereum for the past 9-10 minutes, and I believe these are going to be my clocks for this Radeon 7. So I've been playing around with the core voltage, the core clock, and the memory clock, and I've left the fan speed at 100 because that's just what I'm probably going to be doing for the rest of the Radeon 7s. And I actually did test it. When you have the fan speed for the Radeon 7 at 0, and then once you put it to 100, I saw the power consumption go up another 10 watts. Okay, so from 0 to 100 fan speed, the power consumption does utilize another 10 or so watts. So that's something to consider. And my base clock, my base system wattage was about 50. Okay, 50 watts, system idle. So now, let's see here. So you guys can see my Afterburner settings, and also this XFX Radeon 7 has Hynix memory. Okay, HBM2 Hynix memory, and you see we're getting about 88.9 mega hash to 89 mega hash mining Ethereum at the moment. Okay, so this is the ETH hash rate, and the total power consumption at the wall for the whole system. Okay, for the whole system, this includes the motherboard, CPU, power supply, riser, and Radeon 7. We are at 292 watts. Okay, it looks like it's been fluctuating a little bit, so I may have to fine-tune this. But by the looks of it, I think I'm going to be probably around 255 to 260 millivolts. I did try to go lower than 950 on this card, but every time I do that, it froze. Okay, so if I did 950, it would just freeze, or 950 or 945, it would just freeze the card. Even if I changed the core clock as well to like 1720 or something, it would just crash. So this XFX card I can only get around 88 mega hash to 90 mega hash. Actually, if I go 1780, Okay, so if I put 1780 core from 1760, hit enter, put plus, it should go to about 90 mega hash. Okay, so it looks like it's okay, yeah, 89.8 mega hash. It looks like it just crashed a little bit there. 43. Okay, it looks like it's not stable. Yeah, that's not stable. So I am gonna go back to 1760. Hit plus, and hopefully we should go back to normal. No, looks like it crashed. Yeah, looks like it definitely crashed. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't like 1780. It didn't like going up to 90 mega hash. So I'm gonna write down my first Radeon 7 results here: 955 MV, and then 1760 core, and 1100 memory. Okay, so that's what I am getting on this card. You guys know I've had another Radeon 7. I was able to get even lower millivolts, but again, this is because of Silicon Lottery. Not all Radeon 7s are the same. I mean, that goes along with all the other GPUs as well. Not all GPUs are the same. Okay, so I'm expecting we're gonna get some different variety overclocks here. Let's plug in the second XFX Radeon 7. Alright, my friends. The second Radeon 7's already plugged in. I've been testing it now for maybe a good 20 minutes now, and I believe I'm getting some thermal throttling issues with this Radeon 7. So I have the fan speed at 100. It is showing 60 degrees Celsius, but I'm assuming the junction temperature is going to be another 20 or 30 degrees higher. But I don't know what's happening. I was getting 90 mega hash, okay, initially in Claymore. With these clock settings, 960 millivolts, 1765 core, 1100 memory, and if I go any lower than 960, like 955, it works, but it's not stable, and then going like 950 and lower, it would just freeze millivolts. So that's not working, and now you guys can see the hash rate is dropping. 59, it was at 90, and then it went down to like 80 something, 72, 66, 59. I don't know what's going on here. So I think my clocks are not doing well. I'm gonna bump up the millivolts, maybe another 5. Yeah, let me give it a test here. Okay, so I think it's a lot better now, and my thought of being thermal throttled before is wrong. It just needed more juice, per se. It just needed a little bit more power. So yeah, bumping it up another 5 millivolts to 965 for this specific Radeon 7 did the trick. And it also bumped up the mega hash number to about 90.8, 90.9 mega hash, almost hitting 91 mega hash. Right now we're using about 202 watts, about 200 watts in software, and then at the wall I believe we're using about 250, 240 watts at the wall. But system total right now, you guys can see, is 300 for this Radeon 7. Okay, so again, this is Silicon Lottery. We are getting different results with different Radeon 7 so far. So yeah, I'm gonna assume I'm gonna get pretty random results here, varying, you know, millivolts. Oh, we just hit 91 mega hash. Awesome. Okay, my friends, that's it. I'm gonna leave this Radeon 7. I already wrote down the serial number associated to these clocks and what I can get. All right, let's plug in the third XFX Radeon 7. Let's go. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, this XFX Radeon 7, the third one that I plugged in, I'm able to go down to 940 millivolts before it starts crapping out and freezing. So this one is working a lot better. I'm able to achieve 90.6 mega hash at around an efficiency, let's see, how many watts? Yeah, so 200, oh, it's going, actually, no. Oh, no. Actually, you know what? This is kind of not... Ooh, actually, looking at this graph now on Msi Afterburner, you guys can see. I don't know, it might be too small for you guys to see, but it's going up and down every now and then, pretty much not stable, per se. But it is showing 90.5 mega hash throughout this time. So I'm going to keep watch of this. I'm assuming in order for it to be stable, I'm thinking I do need to bump it up. Let's go 945. at 1770. Okay, I bumped up the core to 1770. So we're almost hitting up 91 mega hash now. And yeah, look at that. It should be stable now at 945 millivolts. Nope, I was wrong. Spoke too soon. It crashed back down to 69 watts. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to this third XFX, I'm going to keep note that I could maybe go to 950 millivolts. 940, between 940 and 950. It looks like the hash rate hasn't dropped that much, but I've saved another, I don't know, 5 to 10 watts versus the other XFX models. So again, Silicon Lottery, not all cards are the same, all right, my friends. This is a really good showcase that I can't go any lower on millivolts on these other XFXs, but on this XFX, I'm able to go down to 940. But whether or not that's stable or not, that begs the question. We are finding shares, okay? 6 shares accepted, no rejected, about 5 minutes or so runtime. 91 mega hash. That's pretty sick. I'm going to change this to 91. So that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. And you guys can see all 3 of these XFXs has Hynix memory. Oh, okay, yeah, we saw 54 mega hash there, so it jumped down. Okay, so I'm assuming, I think 950 should do the trick. 950 millivolts. And I'll keep watch. But I'm gonna take note of this Radeon 7. I have the serial number written down. Okay, my friends, let's go on and test out the next 3 Radeon 7s. The Sapphire Radeon 7s. So I'm going to assume these have different memory. I think maybe Samsung, but probably Hynix, but we'll see. Silicon Lottery, of course. All right, let's plug in the 4th Sapphire, the 4th Radeon 7. Okay, my friends, the 4th card is plugged in. I've been testing this card for literally a couple hours, and it's getting dark soon, but oh my goodness, this card has given me a lot of trouble, and I think I have eventually found the sweet spot for this card. And the weird thing is that this Sapphire, okay, Sapphire Radeon 7, this is the 4th card I'm testing, has Samsung HBM2 memory. Now, I don't know if maybe Silicon Lottery or the manufacturing process of this card, for the life of me, I can't get past, I can't go above like 950 or, I can't go above 1700 core or 1680 core. It just freezes and locks, and I've been having some weird power issues going on over 1700 core, so I wanted to achieve about 90 mega hash on this card, but at an efficient clock, but it would just not lock in. I would have to go at about 970 or 980 millivolts, which gave it another like 30 or 40 watts. So I didn't like that. So this specific Radeon 7, my goodness, I had to really play around with it to get the right efficiency here. But as you guys can see, this is the first Samsung memory Radeon 7 that I'm playing with. And yeah, in my opinion, I thought Samsung memory is supposed to be good, but maybe not on HBM2. This specific Radeon 7 has just given me some issues. But anyways, this is the clocks that I'm able to get, and you guys can see actually the power consumption is a lot lower. Like maybe 20 or 30 watts lower than the other Radeon 7s, but that's because I have the core higher, the millivolts higher on the other Radeon 7s, on the XFXs. You guys can compare here. So yeah, that's it for this one. I think I'm going to lock it in for this clock for this card, and I've already jotted down the serial number. Okay, let's go to number 5. Okay, 5th Radeon 7 plugged in, and this Sapphire Radeon 7 has Samsung memory, so same as the one before it, and exact same settings, overclock settings, undervolt settings. I was not able to achieve 90 mega hash. Well, no, I am able to achieve 90 mega hash, but the power consumption was not as good. So yeah, I think this Radeon 7, I'm stuck at 86 mega hash at about 930 millivolts, 1670 core clock, and 1100 memory clock. So exact same settings as the Sapphire Radeon 7 before, the fourth one. And I tried to go down to 910 or 920 millivolts, but you guys can see here under the power consumption and Msi Afterburner at the bottom here, that it was just spiking all over the place. But now at 930 millivolts, similar to the Radeon 7 before it, number 4, acted the same way. Okay, so man, these Samsung memory HBM2 Radeon 7s, or specifically from Sapphire, are not doing too well in my opinion. Of course, it's like a little bit less power consumption, but I'm also losing, it looks like I'm losing, like, compared to the Hynix versions, let's see here, I am losing about 25 watts, but I also lost 4 megahash. I'm trying to think what's more efficient. I'll do some calculations later, but in the meantime, this is what I can get on the 5th Radeon 7, and yeah, so just a general benchmark here. But yeah, this is this is crazy. I thought the Samsung memory ones would do better. Okay, let's plug in the last Radeon 7, and we'll see if this one is a Samsung one. It probably is. Okay, my friends, I have hit the jackpot at the very last Radeon 7. I mean, it's not to say that the rest of the Radeon 7s are not great, but I believe the 6th Radeon 7, the Sapphire one, it has Hynix memory, HBM2. And as you can see, I'm able to achieve about 89.7 megahash at about 925 millivolts, okay? 925 millivolts at 1740 core clock. And regularly 1100 memory and 100% fan. And yeah, without, you guys can see the previous 2 Radeon 7s, the Sapphire editions, which had Samsung memory, I was only able to go about 930 millivolts at 1670 core. Thus, I was only able to get about 86 megahash. But here on this Hynix Sapphire Radeon 7, 925 millivolts, 1740, I'm able to achieve 89.7. So, golden card. It seems like the Hynix memory HBM2 Radeon 7s do pretty well. But overall, I think depending on the brand, manufacturer, silicon lottery, like what I got from this testing is that all Radeon 7s are different. Seriously, they're all different. Except for maybe the last 2 Radeon 7s, the 4th and 5th one. But you guys can see the 3 XFX Radeon 7s, I got pretty different millivolt settings, like not too far off from each other. But generally, I was able to achieve over 89, 90 megahash on those cards. Yeah, but you guys can see the 6th card here at the wall right now, 280. Since I opened the calculator, the power consumption went up about another 2 watts. So initially it was at 278 watts. So the card should be, it's showing in Afterburner here, mining at about 196 watts. But at the wall, I'm going to assume it's around 205 to 215 watts at the wall. Okay, so to end off this video, my friends, I've combined all the hash rates here, and I got a total of 532.5 megahash. And then at the wall, okay, the power consumption I've calculated here, and of course this may change once I build the Radeon 7 rig. I just remembered that 5 of those 120 millimeter fans, which has 4K RPM, 200 CFM, I believe I tested it out. Each one equals about 20 watts at the wall per fan. Okay, so times 5, that would be about 100 watts. That's gonna add in another 100 watts. So this 1375 plus 50 watts system idle would be about 1425 watts at the wall. That's without the fans. And so when I add on the fans plus so it's gonna be about 1525 watts at the wall system total. Okay, so that's what I'm predicting once I build this Radeon 7 rig together. When it's all said and done, I think I'm going to be pulling in 15 to 1600 watts to achieve about 530 to 540 mega hash. What I've learned from this is that not every card is made the same, especially these Radeon 7s. And man, everything that I've done here, it's given me perspective that, you know, Silicon Lottery, brand manufacturing really matters. And yeah, this was fun. But okay, I'm excited to build my Radeon 7 rig soon, and I'll have a video of that. And thanks for watching, my friends. Let me know what you think. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, and peace out.